Tuxon Ranch is a full-service equine facility in southwestern Colorado, and we offer monthly boarding, rehabilitation, as well as mare care and breeding services. One of the services that we're excited to offer, because there's not one in our area, is going to be that water treadmill. It allows us to have an incline option, whether it is 1 degree all the way up to 12 degrees, depending on what muscle we're trying to work. The water level changes, and so you can run it from their fetlock all the way up to mid-shoulder, which is really super neat. Depending on if they're injured or if they're conditioning, you can adjust that water depth to whatever is going to be the right amount of resistance to get them working those muscles and strengthening all those tendons and ligaments. So the belt speed also changes depending on, stride length and how quickly these horses are moving, especially with the different depths. It adds new resistance, and so being able to adjust that speed to make sure that they're tracking the way that they should and the pattern or the flight that their legs are taking is correct in order to rehab or strengthen the muscles that we're targeting. The closest one in our area is up in Denver. So this is great to have for this area and be able to help these horses in this Four Corners region. One of the other services that we offer is kind of a 2-in-1. It's going to be a solarium and a vibration plate. That one with the solarium, it's infrared technology, so it warms up those muscles, kind of gets the blood circulation going. There's been studies that show it's really useful to put them under for 15 minutes before you ride. That way they feel a lot more balanced and you're not spending so much time trying to warm all of those muscles up. When it works hand in hand with the vibration plate, there's different programs that you can set it on. So there's a blood circulation program, there's a massage circulation program, and those also have an oscillating floor. And so when that floor oscillates, it stands that horse up to where it's going to target certain areas of the horse better to better promote the circulation and the blood flow and warming everything up. So that's a really neat deal that we're able to offer there. We have a certain process that we've been working on with our consulting veterinarian to make sure that our conditioning program is doing just that and setting those horses up for success. And so between the panel walker and the correct depth for each horse, making sure they're lifting up their legs and really engaging that top line and their hind end, that's going to allow for the most muscle buildup and strength. Knowing your horse inside and out really sets the bar for what they're going to be able to do and what you're going to be able to do for them. They're like kids, it's not one size fits all. And so having kind of a core program that you would then take to adjust and fit each individual horse is going to be way more successful than saying, okay, here's the program, everyone do it, especially if they might not have the same muscling, they might not have the same mindset. Some horses are a little bit more nervy, and so you have to take things slower. And so there's different things, but knowing that horse really is going to make them successful in the long run. We offer mare care and foaling services, and with that, we essentially act as an agent of the horse. The client would communicate with their veterinarian or our consulting veterinarian and determine who they would like to use. They would drop their mare off with us 30 days before foal date if she's already bred. If she's not bred and they're looking to get her bred, they would bring her in for an ultrasound, determine, the cycle and all the ovulation, and then we would work hand in hand with the vet in order to inseminate that mare and get her bred to the stallion of their choice. We're very fortunate we're able to offer courier services to our clients. So we're able to go to the airport, pick up the ship semen, bring it back, correlate with the vet in order to get these horses bred. With the foaling services, we offer attended foalings. We use the foal alert system. And so it essentially, when the baby comes out, it calls our phones. So we can show up and help that mare deliver if there's any complications, or just kind of be there to support her throughout it, and then make sure the baby is nursing and healthy. There's no red bags or complications or anything like that. We hold the baby for that first 24-hour check with the vet. And then we keep them here a minimum of 7 days post-foaling just to continue monitoring. After the mare foals, if they decide they want to take that baby home, they can, or they can keep the mare here. We can get her rebred on full heat and try to be prepared for the next year's babies.